Hello, Ranger Nation. Welcome back to Rangers Ready Go. Last time on the show, we reviewed the White Ranger Lightning Collection action figure from Hasbro. Awesome figure. I really hope that they continue doing those lines of figures, and I would like for them to actually get around to making full teams, villains, even secondary villains, and smaller heroes from the series for this Lightning Collection. It's absolutely amazing. Um, if you remember on any of the Ranger stores on Facebook, whether it's Power Rangers Buy Sell Trade, Power Rangers Morphin Store, whatever have you, everybody has been wanting more and more and more and more and more, seemingly endless choices for Lightning Collection action figures for Power Rangers. People want Alpha 5s, people want Astronema, people won't even want Bulk and Skull, for Christ's sake. I don't personally, but I know everybody else does. Um, but we all know at this point that the Lightning Collection are great quality Power Rangers action figures. But what about the last line that came out from Bandai of America before Hasbro took over? The Legacy Collection. How do those figures hold up? Do they even hold a candle to compare to the Lightning Collection? Well, we're going to find out today, because a couple weeks ago I landed the best deal I probably have ever gotten on anything Power Rangers. I got 4 Legacy Edition Tommy Oliver action figures. His 4 Ranger forms that I think are his best Ranger forms. I will not be including Turbo in this because, as I've stated before in lots of my other past videos, that the Turbo power, in my opinion, no longer belongs to Tommy. It's TJ's, since the power was passed down. So therefore, today we're going to have the Legacy Edition Green Ranger, White Ranger, Zeo Ranger 5 Red, and the Black Dino Thunder Ranger. Only the best. So let's go ahead and get this started. Let's see if I can find a knife. Alrighty. And we're going to start off with the classic Green Ranger Legacy Edition. Now I got these used. The person said that a couple of them were open and displayed, while another couple were just kept in the box sealed up. And I can tell that this Green Ranger was definitely removed from said box because this isn't the normal packaging tape. They taped the box back up. So yeah, granted, a couple of these were bought used like new condition, while a couple of them were used and opened previously and played with. Or not played with, but displayed. According to the seller, anyway. And I managed to land all 4 of these for less than 40 bucks. That's on average $10 a figure, and I know for a fact that these individually are worth a hell of a lot more than $10 a figure. I see people selling these individually for upwards to 50, 60 bucks. So I easily got these for a steal. Probably the best steal I've gotten anything Power Rangers related. So here we go. Starting off with the Legacy Collection Green Ranger from Mighty Morphin. So let's go ahead and see what we got to work with here. Now I've got plenty of other Green Ranger Legacy, or just plain Green Ranger action figures. Basic line figures. A couple of them I don't even really know if they're part of any specific collection. They were just produced. So got one up here that's a little bit oversized, even though it's probably about the same size as the Legacy. So we're gonna see how well that goes here. Now, I like the packaging, really nice packaging. I just wish the box was in better condition, unfortunately. But we're not here for the box. We're here for the figure. Okay. You can definitely tell they put this back in a very haphazard way. Okay. Dragon Dagger free, Dragon Dagger holster free. I'm going to set those down for a second. And see, it comes with the Dragon Dagger and holster. It comes with the Sword of Darkness, which is really cool. 2 interchangeable different hands for different styles of play and display. Very much like the SH Figuarts and the Lightning Collection. I mentioned how the Lightning Collection, they're basically like the SH Figuarts of America. even though we kind of already have our own versions of SH Figuarts, I still like the Hasbro Lightning Collection a bit better because they're more solid, not as fragile. SH Figuarts are good. Don't get me wrong. They're very highly detailed. They're they're just awesome. Let's just put it that way. But the SH Figuarts are fragile, very, very fragile. I dropped the Sword of Darkness coming out. Okay, first impression of the Sword of Darkness. It could be painted better. Could be painted much more accurately, but for what I paid and the fact that it is just a figure, it works, especially from a good distance and when displayed. You're not really going to notice that much. I mean, if you do, you're a diehard fan like me, I applaud you. I don't really like how it's kind of, I mean, I know most action figure weapons are kind of flimsy, made of cheap plastic, really flimsy and floppy, but this is probably the floppiest, I mean, I've ever seen in a figure weapon. I'm going to leave the interchangeable hands in here for now, but I can give you a good look. Just a more open style hand opposed to the almost closed fists on the figure as of now. Let's go ahead and pop him out. Oh, I always hated these packaging. All right, let's get him untwisted up there. All right. You can definitely tell that this was out and displayed, because none of his body parts are in the position that they really should be. Okay, well, everything pivots. Joints, ankles, knees, hips, even the chest can pivot. All right, not bad so far. I do like the detail. There is some paint imperfections on the helmet around the visor. I don't know if you can see it. If my camera's resolution will pick that up, but there's some white overpaint from around the visor. And I do believe the teeth on this helmet are supposed to be silver and just not solid white. So I may have to get a silver paint pen and correct that, because that's going to bug me. Aside from the paint imperfection and the missing silver colored teeth on the visor, this is awesome. I can see why people still highly regard the Legacy Collection as the best Ranger action figures produced. However, I think I would still obviously prefer the Legacy, or the Lightning Collection, only for the fact as you see there, you see those, what are those? They're abs. I know, I'm not stupid, but, and I understand that these are superheroes, and people expect superheroes to have lots of muscular definition and whatnot. But since Power Rangers takes mostly stock footage from Super Sentai, and Super Sentai is from Japan, usually employing mostly Japanese actors and stunt doubles, whatever have you, while they are lean and cut and more likely strong, muscular, very well defined, when wearing these spandex suits, you would think that it would cut out the body a little bit more and you would see lots of abs and rippling muscles and things like that. But we don't. In the show, you don't really see any abs, even in the most revealing of Ranger suits, like the tightest of Ranger suits. You don't really see any abs. Just because the way the suits are designed, combined with whoever's wearing it, it just doesn't really work out that way. I mean, it would have to be like vacuum sealed tight to be able to see the muscular definition on that. And in the show, it's just not like that. So that's one thing that I'll go ahead and say right now that the Lightning Collection has over the Legacy Collection, is the Lightning Collection does not have overly embellished muscular definition on their figures. It looks like it's how it's supposed to look, guys. Sorry. Even with certain of the Lightning Collection figures, the Rangers, like their legs and stuff, how you see a little bit of like bagging a little bit, like here and there, because it was, again, supposed to be. I mean, even though they were spandex suits, they weren't meant to be completely vacuum sealed, skin tight, all over the body. Sometimes pieces, parts of the suit would hang loose a little bit on a certain actor. It just happens, guys. But again, it looks really, really cool. I can't wait to add this up to my display. A little bit of okay, it's just some dust. So yeah, I can definitely tell that this was displayed. It's got some dust on it. Other than that, perfect, guys. Absolutely perfect. We're going to set him aside. I already showed you the Sword of Darkness. I just shook my camera. I shouldn't do that. The Dragon Dagger. The holster's the holster. That's whatever. Dragon Dagger actually is probably the best painted thing in the entire figure. I mean, that's perfect. Again, I don't know if my camera's resolution is going to pick that up, but it's absolutely perfect. Not painted perfectly on both sides, obviously, but on the one side, that's like 99.9%. Put the Dragon Dagger in the little holster, like so, and we're going to set that aside. Next, we're going to go ahead and do Zeo Ranger 5 Red. Obviously, and this one actually has the factory tape. This one is never before been opened. So yay, been displayed in box only, more than likely. So this will be the first time opening this one. There. And there. And now it should slide up. Now, a couple of these Legacy Collection figures came with Build-A-Zord parts. Build a Megazord. Like this here comes with parts to build a Megazord. Looks like I have a right arm to the Zeo Megazord. Since I more than likely won't be collecting all of the Legacy Collection, I really just want the Tommy figures and maybe a few select others. Mainly Special Rangers, Gold Rangers, things like that. I'm never going to be able to actually build the Zords. So I'm more than likely going to be selling these Build-A-Zord pieces off. So anyone out there watching who needs some Build-A-Zord pieces, I'll have some. I'll go ahead and leave just that in the package for now. We have his Zeo Sword, his Zeo Blaster. Question. What is this? I do believe this is supposed to be his sword, maybe? No? No, this isn't his sword. What is this? I'm confused by this. I'm just gonna... I don't know. I'm guessing it's supposed to be one of his weapons, but it's so tiny. I'm not even sure if I remember him actually using that. Because that's not his sword. His sword looks totally different. The Zeo Blaster looks good. Could be a little more detailed with the paint. Oh well. We have holster for, I guess, is the sword. Holster for the blaster. And now we have Zeo Ranger 5 himself. I hope this, I kind of hope this triggers a couple of people, me unboxing them like this. But I know there's still plenty of people out there who like to actually take the figures out of the packaging to display. So, let's toss that. Oh, well. Okay, so Zeo Ranger 5 Red. Being sealed up in the box this whole time. He looks, new. He looks new and perfect. He's looking good. Really not a whole lot of detail to the Zeo Rangers, other than obviously the chest pattern on the suit, which they got, but I'm kind of wishing that they would have outlined a lot of these details with a little bit more black color. Would have made everything pop and show a little bit more because, well, yeah, it's mostly gold, there still should be a little bit more, some dark shadowing to bring out those lines so you can see them a little bit more detailed. And obviously kind of wishing that the gold color on this was more gold. Obviously, it's more of a like a washed gold, like a yellow, almost like a pale, very very pale gold. But again, details are there, guys. Everything pivots: ankles, knees, thighs, waist, chest, elbows, wrists, head, up, down, left, right, spin it completely around, the Exorcist style, whatever, whatever tickles your fancy here. I like it, guys. Again, it's a solid figure. The Legacy Zeo Ranger Red. So, cool. Liking it. Loving it. Going to continue moving on. I don't want to keep this video running too long. Okay, next up, we're going to have my personal favorite of all of Tommy's forms. We got Dino Thunder Black. Again, all of my faithful subs out there know that I love to cosplay, and I've cosplayed as Dino Thunder Black, obviously. All right, now this has, you see, this has factory tape, but it also has normal tape. So I'm kind of thinking that this might have been opened. I want to say it was. But again, I'll give you a good close look at the package again. This is another Build a Megazord version. For some reason, the Green Ranger and the White Ranger aren't Build a Megazord versions. They're exclusive figures. So a rare, I guess. But this one obviously not rare, but obviously it's still the Legacy, and it's the Build a Megazord version of this. I don't know if they had a standalone without it. Probably not. But we're gonna slide him out. I like how no matter what series the Ranger is from for this Legacy collection, they always put the Mighty Morphin lightning bolt in the background. And I realize that's basically just the Power Rangers lightning bolt, not necessarily Mighty Morphin. It's just, you know, just the Power Rangers. They put it in pretty much everything right there, but it's always yellow, and it's not always yellow in all the different series logos. It's always, it could be a different color: silver, red, blue, whatever have you. But minor nitpick. Sorry, guys. My OCD. Oh, okay. All right. Well, the figure looks good. We have the Brachiostaff holster. We have the Brachiostaff. I wish that it was longer. I don't believe that's actual length. I mean, actual length, if you're going by the Bandai like toy replica version, which again is shorter than it should be, and I actually had to do an extension on a version of the Brachiostaff toy, Bandai of Japan, because it was too short and it bugged me. So the toy was too short, and now this weapon accessory for the figure is too short. So this is also going to bug me. Let's see if I can maybe make an extension off of that. But and again, the paint on this is okay, but the handle is the wrong color. It's supposed to be black. This piece here, I'm just going to go ahead and drop that. That's fine. This piece here at the base of the, I guess, the staff, this is supposed to be gold. This is supposed to be gold. This is supposed to be black. And there's way too much gold, fake gold, washed gold, on the head. Again, there's just, they could have painted this a little bit better. I'm a little bit disappointed in that. I'm just gonna drop everything today, guys. Just gonna drop everything. At least it fits in the holster. All right, well, let's get onto the figure. Again, I'm gonna leave the Build a Megazord piece. It looks like the Dino Thunder Megazord. I'll say it's the right foot. Knock you out of here if I can. Looks like they're in such agony when pulling them out. Or maybe that's just me. Alrighty. Well, again, very, very well detailed. Again, the over-musculization kind of irks me a bit. but everything else is damn near perfect. We have a Dino Thunder Black. And one thing I've noticed about certain Legacy Ranger figures is that they have a chest logo, and because they designed these figures to have a pivoting chest that goes up and down like that, it disrupts the logo, the chest logo. And I don't, it hides it. Like if you go, it hides half the logo. I don't like that. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't like that. But other than that, it's perfect. And the Brachiomorpher on the wrist is solid gold. That bugs me too. Again, I'm going to have to get, take one of my, my black paint pens, and I'm probably going to have to fill in the black that's supposed to be on the Brachiomorpher. But I like it. Seems to be having a problem with the head. Does not want to pivot this way. It seems to want to lean this way, and no matter, I don't want to be too forceful, but I guess he's been in the packaging too long. Got a bit of a crick in his neck. But very highly detailed. Aside from these paint imperfections that I'm finding, which can be fixed, just takes some time. It's tedious, it's annoying, but it'll be worth it once displayed. Dino Thunder Black Ranger, everybody. I like the figure, I love it. I just don't like how the pivoting chest hides the logo, and again, paint imperfections with the Morpher and the Brachiostaff toy accessory that comes with. So I'm looking forward to a Lightning Collection Dino Thunder Black Ranger. Let me know in the comments below if anybody else out there wants a Lightning Collection Black Dino Thunder. Last but not least, we have, I saved this for last because I wanted to compare it to my Hasbro Lightning Collection White Ranger figure, and we have the Mighty Morphin White Ranger Tommy Oliver figure from the Legacy Collection. And right off the bat, I'm just going to go ahead and say that, yeah, it's, again, the over-musculization kind of irks me. I'm not really seeing any paint defects yet, but we'll find out when I fully open this. So far, it looks like the Saba in here might be the best painted out of everything. Might even be better painted than the Dragon Deck. Slide him out. All right. Look at that Saba. That is a nice Saba. That's almost as nice as the Hasbro. It actually might even, I don't know. I'm gonna reach up here and grab him. Come here. My Hasbro Lightning Collection White Ranger figure. Awesome. I'm gonna set him down. Let's pop you out of here. Well, first let's get Saba out. I know this video is probably running way too long, guys, but I'll be finishing up here in just a minute. Let you get on to the rest of your day. Okay, well, this is strange. The holster for Saba has like a split in it. Comment down below, anyone who out there watching who has a Legacy version White Ranger, tell me, is your Saba holster split like that too? I'd kind of like to know. But Saba looks good, guys. Again, very well detailed, good, very well painted. I don't really have any complaints about this one. Trying to keep my hand from shaking. That was my bad hand anyway. See, I'm going to see if Saba actually fits in the holster here, because that's weird. It goes in the holster, but the holster splits open. I hope that doesn't pose as any kind of a problem. I really hope not. So we'll go ahead and put Saba aside. One thing that I've noticed about both the Dino Thunder Black and Mighty Morphin White Ranger for the Legacy, they don't have, let me see here, they don't, and as well as the Red Zeo, does not have interchangeable hands. I just noticed that. What's the deal? Why did only the Green Ranger get interchangeable hands, guys? Every single one of these things should have a couple interchangeable hands with it. Okay. Okie dokie. All right. Sorry about that. Gee. Side. Okay. Well, the helmet looks great. I mean, helmet and body shield look great. Not the body shield doesn't have that same gold color as the lightning collection. All right, here's the comparison, guys. Here's the comparison. I hope you guys can see that. All right. Lightning collection. I love how the gold still has some black in it to make the lines pop. So that's really, really good. Even though there was some paint imperfections on this one's helmet, I have corrected them. Compared to the Legacy Collection version. Again, I mean, look at the difference in the shields, guys. I mean, this is the right color. This is the wrong color. Wow. I mean, very similar, but still just like night and day. But you see what I mean, guys? I'm going to have to move Saba out of the way here so you can see what I'm talking about. The over-muscularization. See? Look at them abs. Look at them abs on the Legacy. You see any abs there on this? And then maybe a little bit of bagging in the legs right there, and instead of the smooth spandex legs. You see the difference? This is how it's supposed to be. Hasbro got it right. I'm not saying that the Legacy Collection figures are bad. They're still very highly detailed, very highly sought after, and still are going for an exorbitant amounts on eBay, Amazon, wherever you can find them. People are selling them for crazy prices. But why spend $50 on this when you can spend $20 on this? And this is much better. So Hasbro had it right. I mean, yeah, granted, in a couple of years, once the Lightning Collection starts becoming more rare and hard to find, people are going to start jacking up the price on these things. I know that they will. But again, as of right now, in comparison, Hasbro wins. I'm sorry, guys. I just unboxed and reviewed 4 of the Legacy Collection's Tommy Oliver figures, and so far, none of them hold a candle to just this one Lightning Collection figure. Lightning versus Legacy. Lightning wins. I'm sorry. It's almost a no-brainer, guys. It's a no-brainer. So let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. Do you guys still prefer the Legacy over the Lightning, or do you think the Lightning is now on top where it should be when it comes to highly detailed action figures for Power Rangers? So that was my video for this week, guys. Sorry there haven't been more consistent videos here lately. Been very busy, but I still have more content coming. Check back in a couple of weeks. I'll have something new for you guys. Until then, I hope you enjoyed this unboxing and comparison. And I will see you all next time, Ranger Nation. Later.